This is Joel Hamilton with Schiller and Hamilton Law Firm. So one of the common questions, and perhaps the most typical misconception that I come across in my practice, is the idea that somehow your damages are automatically going to be a multiple of whatever your medical costs were. A lot of people walk into our office and just assume, or perhaps they've heard, that what they're entitled to is 3 times their medical expenses. Now, I'm not sure where this idea came from or where this misconception started, but I can only wish that it was so formulaic. Unfortunately, every case is very specific to itself. Medical treatment is very specific, and the costs of medical treatment are very specific. It's therefore impossible to say that the amount of pain and the amount of suffering that someone may have experienced is somehow related to the direct cost or a multiple of the cost of the medical expenses. So you can imagine a situation where somebody goes into the hospital after a wreck and incurs tens of thousands of dollars in medical costs through diagnostics that are all negative. They may not incur any follow-up treatment, but they may have $20,000 in medical costs. They would certainly not automatically be entitled to a 3 times multiple of that, especially if there's no evidence of any prolonged pain and suffering. The opposite can also be true, where someone may not need or require emergency medical care, but then have prolonged pain and suffering over a long period of time. So, due to those types of extremes, we look at pain and suffering as it was experienced and suffered by the person. So that can be in regards to the amount of time that that person suffered and also the degree and extent of the pain. So each case is very specific. Every person suffers pain differently, every injury is slightly different, and the treatment is slightly different. If you have questions about what you might be entitled to in addition to the cost of your medical treatment, please contact the attorneys at Schiller and Hamilton Law Firm, and we would be more than happy to discuss with you in a free consultation what you may be entitled to.